Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. I would like to first take this opportunity to thank all of you for your love and support by way of your comments and or watching my videos. It's very encouraging, and that's my goal for having this channel. To motivate, encourage, and inspire you to step out of your comfort zone too. To get you to do something you wouldn't usually do. Life is short, and I've stepped completely out of the box. I don't have a foot or a toe left in it. It's just a blessing to be here. I'm sure most of my family and my friends probably think I've lost my mind. I'm a little crazy. What I went through last year changed me. Yes, it did. And I've not lost my mind. So hi guys. I believe it changed me for the better. My mantra is, if I could just help one somebody, then my living would not have been in vain. I am not one to talk a lot or to get in front of a camera. I know, that's what all YouTubers say. But in all honesty, I am not one to talk a lot, and I am not one to get in front of a camera. But here goes. However, I felt a calling to get on YouTube to share my life, my teaching experience and knowledge, and to tell my cancer story, among other things. I felt inspired to include that in this video. Hopefully it's not offensive to anyone. This video will be a little different, a lot different, than my other teaching videos. As promised, this video will be the beginning of my breast cancer story. I have a lot to be grateful for. In my introduction video, I told you that I would share my story with you from the diagnosis to the cure. I have attempted to record this video, however, 2 other times and failed. So hopefully the third time is the charm. As always, please like, share, subscribe, click your notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. So let's get started. How do you not like this natural, by the way? If you know of any growth aids for my hair, please leave me a comment below and let me know what they are. I've tried Jamaican black castor oil. I've tried biotin. I've tried just massaging. So if you know of anything, leave me a comment below or a link to the product so I can check it out. Last June 2017, I went to my doctor for my annual gynecologist and mammogram exam. I missed it the year before in 2016, but don't tell anyone. Anyway, I received a phone call from my doctor's office a few days later saying I needed a second mammogram at the breast cancer center. So they gave me a second appointment, date and time, and this exam was scheduled for about 2 weeks later. I didn't get nervous or really think much about it because I had gone back for a second one once before. The first time I had to go back for a second one, I remembered being really nervous, all for nothing. So I just didn't get nervous about things this time. I just knew I didn't have anything to worry about. So I didn't. In all honesty, I was thinking, I don't want this particular tech to do my mammogram again because every time she does my mammogram, I have to go back for a second one. I just figured maybe she couldn't handle these girls. In my mind, I was thinking that there was another tech that could handle me just a little bit better. It was during this visit at the breast center that one tech started the mammogram process. Then she went out of the room. Then she came back into the room and she did some different pictures. Then she went back out of the room. So about this time, I started to get a little antsy and nervous, and I started wondering what's going on. Because I didn't remember things happening like this the first time I had gone back to the breast center for a second mammogram. This time a different tech comes into the room and does my mammogram over. I knew then there must have been something that they saw. So then she goes out of the room and comes back in, and she says that the doctor wants me to have an ultrasound. So we walked just right next door to the adjacent room and allowed on this table for her to do an ultrasound. Afterwards, the doctor comes into the room and shows me what they saw. To my surprise, it was a mass. The ultrasound was to rule out something, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was ruling out. The doctor informed me that I needed to have a biopsy done on this mass to determine what was going on. This biopsy was scheduled for yet another week later. By now, the month of June is swiftly coming to an end, and I could say it was the longest June in teacher history. An extremely long week away. That Thursday came and I had the biopsy done. Then I'm informed that I have to come back the next day, which is a Friday, for my results. And yes, I found it a little strange that they couldn't tell me that my biopsy tested negative for cancer over the phone. Like, who does that? However, I go back into the breast center for my results on that following Friday. The nurse put me in a room, my husband and I, and she goes and gets the doctor. A doctor comes into the room and tells my husband and I that my biopsy tested positive for cancer, breast cancer. It's small and treatable, he went on to say. Whoa, hold up. Can you say that again? Because I don't think I heard you correctly, was my reply. Then he says it again. Your biopsy tested positive for breast cancer. Then he goes on to tell me what would probably happen next. Since I was having an out-of-body experience, I asked him to just give me just a couple of minutes to absorb all that he had just said. I was about to miss everything he was about to say, and I told him, I'm about to miss everything you're about to say if you don't just give me a minute. So I asked him, could I just take a few minutes to absorb what I just heard, my husband and I? And he said, yes, just let me know when you're ready. I just had to take a few minutes to wrap my brain around what I was just told. The four of us, the doctor, nurse, my husband, and I, sat quietly for about 4 or 5 minutes. Tears filled my eyes. My husband looked at me. I looked at him and said, we got this. I'm trusting in you, Lord, was the only thing that crossed my mind. By this time, I asked my husband if he was ready to hear what the doctor was saying before I cut him off. So we did. The doctor continued to tell me what would probably happen next. I had to schedule several appointments with 3 different oncologists, so I did. And all of this happened in the month of June 2017, the week I got out for school last year. I'm going to stop here and continue this in another video. Let me preface my next statement with this. I'm not a specialist, a doctor, an expert on cancer or anything. However, please make sure you and your loved ones are doing your self-exams monthly. Make sure that you're going to see your doctor annually. If there is someone in your family that has a history of breast cancer, you can actually start getting your mammograms as early as your early 30s. My children will start getting their exams when they turn 30 because of my history of breast cancer. And also, there is no history of breast cancer in my family. If I have made it to this point, then the 3rd time was the charm. In the next video, I will share with you what the oncologist said was my prescription. So stay tuned for part 2 of my breast cancer story. That will be basically what happened in July of 2017 with all of the oncologist exams and visits that I had. So if you have not liked, shared, commented, please remember to comment on that hair growth aid for my hair. If you've not subscribed or click your notification bell, please do so that you don't miss any future uploads. And as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, infinity hugs and kisses.